Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN. Bienvenidos al Parque Pitela in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Y feliz Cinco de Mayo a todos. Welcome to Game 3 of this set between Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina. Golden Eagles winners of Game 1 and Game 2 in this series. We welcome you into our broadcast booth. I'm Jason Baker alongside my color analyst, Chris Kirtland. And Kirtland, Golden Eagles winners 7-2 on Friday, 7-3 yesterday. The significance of this game for both squads. For the Golden Eagles, they're trying to climb to the top of the Sunbelt Conference standings. Coastal Carolina trying to snap a losing streak.
That's right. Coastal Carolina trying to stop the skid. Every game is important down the stretch here in conference play. So you're going to see both sides fighting it out here on this Sunday to try to solidify their position towards the end of conference play.
These standings are so tight. Coastal Carolina entered this weekend one game from third place. They now sit currently in ninth in the Sunbelt Conference standings. Looking to the footage back from yesterday afternoon for Southern Miss, they really saw Coastal strike first, and they did so off the wall of center field.
That's right. The scoring started, and it kind of coupled with some hit by pitches from Nico Mazza, the starter, who had a great outing, but some runs scored here in the third inning to get the scoring started.
That was Jake Brooks with that RBI double for Coastal Carolina, but then it was the Golden Eagles who answered in the bottom of that inning.
It's that answer back. It really put Mazza, the starter, in cruise control after that when his offense came back in and scored 5 to answer the 2 spot that had been put up.
And Southern Miss never looked back after this swing from Carson Pato, a 3-run blast over the right center field wall. How big was that swing?
That's right. You really saw kind of the load lifted off of his shoulders as he circled those base paths after that 3-run home run.
Ozzie Pratt has had a heck of a weekend, hitting over 500 in the series, sent one into the right field roost, and then how special was Nico Mazza yesterday?
He had them all going, and he had to pitch through some traffic. The Chanticleer's making it tough on him from time to time, but he was able to leave those base runners stranded when it mattered most and took his team deep into the ball game.
What a win it was yesterday afternoon for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. We've got the batting order for the Chanticleers when we return. Chanticleer batting order for Gary Gilmore's ball club, and you see the series batting average for Coastal Carolina. It's been tough sledding, hitting 188 across the 2 games, 2 doubles and a home run. That's all of their extra base hits. On the mound today for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, it's Cole Boswell, the freshman out of Collinsville, Mississippi. Antonacci lifts this down the left field line. It's a long run for Gillespie. He's giving it a look, and Gillespie makes the catch. Boy, that is a tough play for the left fielder here at Pete Taylor Park, and a web gem from Davis Gillespie.
Exceptional effort. Laid his ribs on the line for this foul ball. You see Broadish running after it hard, and Gillespie comes out of the frame from nowhere. That's a high contact play. He's no stranger to this opener role that he's had this season with his 6th start. You'll see a lot of those breaking balls to the right-handed hitters.
Hot shot hit to the hot court start. A couple of nice defensive plays. That'll help settling down. Here's another tough play. Long run. Ozzie Pratt was shifted over. He'll get it in foul territory. This is the Golden Eagle batting order for Christian Ostrander's club today. And Kurt, look at the series batting average this weekend.
That's right, 30 hits through 2 ball games. Lots of action with these bats for the Golden Eagle squad. Ozzie Pratt in the 2-hole has been hot all weekend.
Sure has. He's hitting over 500 for this series. On the mound today for Coastal Carolina, it is a talented arm. Cameron Fluke, the freshman out of Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. He's going to run it up to about 96, 97 this afternoon. He is making his 7th start of the season.
That's right. A 6th outside, couldn't even get his glove to it. It missed so far inside, but the very next one was a dirty, tilted fastball at the bottom of the zone.
McIntyre lifts this to left field. 350 in Sunbelt Conference play now. Transfer from BYU. Fluke comes fastball. This is laced back into left center field. Pratt's going to make a big turn. It'll be a single for Ozzie Pratt. First hit of the ball game. Breaking ball here. Wilkes lifts it up on the infield. And a
totally different look and a totally different feel for this starting arm. Fluky, there's another one.
They called a balk here. Fluky didn't come set. Ozzie Pratt heads up to second base on the balk call. Umpire Matthew Wilbanks, the first base umpire. Gillespie goes the other way. Big bounce to Barthel, the second baseman. 2 2/3 innings pitch against Nichols down in Shuckers Park. Gabe Broadus has got this baseball. A low throw over to Matthew in the first inning this weekend. 2-1 fastball lifted to center field. Dalton McIntyre drifts back 2 paces shy of that warning track. He makes another catch. Here a year ago, he was electric at Meridian Community College. Fastball lifted up down that left field line. Gillespie's giving it a look. The wind blew it back into fair territory. Frankly, Fluky comes with another breaking ball in the zone. This one is snatched up by their shortstop. Boise making a lot of teams feel bad for not sending him an offer. Barthol gets it over to first base for the second out on a ground ball. To the Major League Draft Combine a year ago out of high school, Russo chases the fastball up in the zone. That was 93 at the letters and flies it out to center field. Hitter complete game against Florida Southwestern State College. He has this one ripped down the left field line. Mijos can run. He is going to get up to second base. And it's the 4th extra base hit of the weekend for Coastal Carolina. Corey Zientek is the batter for Coastal. Sacrifice. They were showing bunt with Zientek. They're going to drop. Ty Dooley going to try to bunt one here. It's going to go out, and it is caught by Tucker Stockman on the dive. You won't find a better play behind the dish today than that one right there from Tucker Stockman.
Great hustle. Very plus play. That's that first and third safety squeeze. And the only thing that could
in front of the plate in fair territory for the first out of this inning. And Ignaci skies this to left center field. McIntyre, a strong throw to home plate. Holds Dean Mijos at third base. Graham Brown, hard sinking line drive. That's Davis Gillespie on the slide. 3-2, tried to go breaking ball, it leaked high. 3-2, and Cameron Fluky goes wide of the plate. He has walked back-to-back batters.
A little bit later, but now that there's a strike, he'll square around a little sooner.
Snap throw, they get Tucker Stockman off of second base in a pickle.
You're trying to get to third base.
2-2, punched out is Dalton McIntyre on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. 2-2, runner goes. Broadus gets up. That's Broadus' second stolen base of the weekend. All game. Payoff pitch missed in. Good AB from Ozzie Pratt, and it puts 2 on with 2 out. Fluky to the plate. Slade Wilkes was looking for homer number 11. This is going off the wall. Broadus is around third. He will score. Ozzie Pratt makes a big turnaround 3 and gets into home safely. Travis Creel again pushing that aggressive button to send Pratt. To me, really, while the cutoff man possessed the baseball, but had a great read by Creel and Ozzie Pratt, and they scored 2 on the RBI double. From
another 2-out double by the Eagles, another 2-out double.
In scoring position. 2-2. This is pulled underneath the glove of Ty Dooley out in the left center field. Slade Wilkes steps on home plate. RBI single for Davis Gillespie. 3-2, full count pitch. Runner gets a head start. He chooses slider. Carson guessing fastball. Baseball did give up a run. It was unearned and walked one. Caden Bodine goes down and gets one here out in the right field. Carson Pato throws behind Bodine back to first base. And Tucker Stockman was there at first. to apply the tag as he was backing up the play. Coastal has asked for a review. Matt Schilling, the first base coach, is the one who called for it. Watch Pato here. He's going to be safe as Bodine. He's going to be back on that bag. You see that far arm. To me, Kirtland looked like it beat the tag of Tucker Stockman, but either way, what a play from Carson Pato, and maybe even a better play by Tucker Stockman to be on the bag and ready for it.
Right, that's how you draw it up. You have Russo kind of drifts his way off, and Stockman sneaks in from behind. Umpire was blocked a little bit.
1-1 ground ball. Broadus has got it. Makes the turn to Monaster. Good throw from Nick. 5-4-3. Here for a bit of time, and Brian Dozier due to an injury. Here's a single out in the right. Off the bat of Blake Barthol out in front of Carson Pato. Second single, a bit about the command. 2-2 slider check swing. Did Beach go around? They say no. Taking the base was Blake Barthol up the
ball or an elevated fastball here, Jason.
It was the breaking ball. Good call, Kirtland. This one, Kirtland, this tells you a lot of the story for this Golden Eagles success this weekend. These are the relief pitchers who have pitched to this point. Look at what they've done.
That's right. When you squeeze the game a little bit and you can get into the 7th inning with your starter, you're leaving 2.5 innings left for this relieving core to come in and finish the ball game, and so far so good for the Golden Eagles.
A couple of those faces you may see later today. We'll see how this game plays out. At the moment, new face into the ball game and a new arm. It's Josh Ock, the freshman out of Victoria, Minnesota, 5'11", 170-pound right-hander who's in for Christian Ostrander's ball club.
Mijos had the knock in the first, or the second, I apologize, inside fastball.
They are going to pull the players off. Very unfortunate, but there is evidently the threat of lightning nearby. No rain is coming down, no precipitation yet, as some ominous clouds sit above the skyline here at Pete Taylor Park. This is not what you want to hear or see if you're either ball club. Certainly with Josh Ock throwing one pitch into this game, Kirtland, and now he'll go sit in the dugout. If you're Christian Ostrander, you don't want to see this very long to be able to get Ock back out on the mound. And for Coastal Carolina, it's kind of a stoppage at the moment that, you know, they've got to threaten a little bit of momentum, right?
That's right, and it's a getaway day, too, with an airplane waiting somewhere for this Coastal Carolina club. Looking at the radar up here, not much out there, just a small little shower both to our east and our west. Doesn't look like anything that's going to be on top of the ballpark. Whatever the rule is for lightning, whatever that delay means, if it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes, hopefully they can sit through that and then get right back out to the field and pick up where they left off.
So we'll have more baseball as we're under a weather delay, lightning induced, not rain induced at the moment. We'll have to see when we return, but stick around. We'll have more of it at the action for you. Whenever they resume playing, we'll do the same. You're watching Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN. We are back at Pete Taylor Park, a 41-plus minute weather delay, lightning in the area. About 35 seconds of precipitation fell here at Pete Taylor Park. We resume play with Josh Ock delivering a two-seam fastball for the second strike of this at. Crowd stomping on the Pete. There's the slider, Mijos fooled. 3-1 fastball. Monaster gets underneath it. Long run for Mijos. He was sitting back. Monaster, a big turnaround first. He'll stay put on the year. Slices this up. Kind of drifting to left field. This is a long run for Zientek. 2-2 slider back up the middle, right to Barthel, who had it played perfectly. He'll step on the bag for one, over to first for two, and that's an inning-ending DP.
On the board if you're Josh Ock and Southern Miss.
Slider here as Zientek jumps all over, was sitting on it, pounding into the left field corner, and Zientek is going to hold up with a double as Davis Gillespie gets it into third. 1-0. This is pushed again to the perfect spot. Boy, Ty Dooley handles the bat well. We've got a collision at first. Nick Monaster and Ty Dooley have collided. Monaster, and I think after discussion, the umpiring crew is going to say that maybe that's what they're explaining to Christian Ostrander. That they've reversed their call is quite possibly what they're going to explain.
And Monaster's coming out.
He is. Seth Smith is coming into the field of play.
And I think what Coach Ostrander's point to plead is that Dooley was not running inside the runner's lane. Not sure if that kind of, he's basically exactly on the foul line there.
Well, I will tell you, on the field of play, at the point of the call, I thought that Dooley would have been safe, that Monaster did not hold on to the baseball through the out. After reviewing it, Kirtland, and seeing it through the replay of watching the contact, I actually believe Monaster does secure the baseball through the out upon the contact, then drops the baseball. We had a review.
Glove. Yeah.
It was in his glove as he was falling to the turf, which would be that he was out. He maintained it through the possession of the out. It's kind of like dropping it on an exchange after you've made a force out, correct? And so to me, after review, I believe the call was actually correct after initially believing the call was incorrect. Here's another look. You can see there, Monaster still has it in his glove.
Yeah,
correct.
That's right.
We'll have a better angle for you from the back side as well that you could see. See, the ball was still in the glove until that point. Now it's going to be up to this umpiring crew to see. I think the throw beats Dooley. And again, the call on the field was out at first base. But I believe upon discussion while checking on Monaster, they were going to reverse that call upon agreement from the crew. Then now it is being reviewed to maintain whether it is out or saved. Ball still in his glove until that point. So it's really the decision to be made is, did the throw beat him to the bag? Because I don't think there's a discussion anymore of whether the ball was loose while in the course of making the act of the play. Brian Hale going to give us the call. Going to one of his bullets. Cross Sivley enters this ball game. And Cross Sivley enters this ball game, the sophomore from Sumrall, Mississippi. Oz choosing to go with the lefty matchup here as well as one of his dudes. Your thoughts?
That's right. This will be the second time we see Sivley this weekend, one of his reliable bridge guys and a left-handed matchup guy as well to face the Killer Bees, as we've referred to them a couple times this weekend. Several left-handed bats in this Coastal lineup.
You on the 3-2 pitch here. This is lifted shallow left field. It's going to find turf. Gillespie's coming in. He'll have to pick it up. 1-0 bunt right back at Sivley. He's going to spin and fire, and he'll do so in time.
They scratch the board and make it a one-run game.
2-2 curveball up the middle. This is going to possibly score two and tie the game as rain begins to fall, and it does. aggressively. This is sent right back where it came from on the fastball from Cross out in the center field. Pitcher into this ball game as rain begins to fall here at Pete Taylor Park. Another lefty coming in for Christian Ostrander. This is Chase Adams, the sophomore out of Normal, Illinois. He's a guy who's been in some of these moments, can induce a ground ball, Chris Kirtland. That's really what the role is here, is to try to find a way to put this ball on the turf to a defender, get an inning in the DP, and get your club out.
That's right. A little bit of a challenge on both teams right now with the drizzle happening on the ballpark. But
3-2 payoff pitch. This is lifted up. Shallow left center field. Ozzie Pratt looks up and he makes the catch on a back pedal. 1-2. He gets beached to chase the fastball up in the zone. Golden Eagles used 3 pitchers in the inning. Coastal Carolina scored as many runs, 3. We're all knotted up as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Fastball. Broadus believed that miss. Hartman picked up his 4th one of the season just a moment ago. Hot shot hit right at Ananachi. His throw over to second in time for Broadus, but the turn. Beckley's coming to the plate here. Ozzie Pratt has pulled this out in the right field. He continues to be hot.
And when you can.
He rips this ball right field by Slade Wilkes. In comes McIntyre around from second base. Davis Gillespie shoots this inside the bag. Down the right field corner. Pratt's around third. They're going to hold Wilkes at third. Gillespie's in with a second base knock of the day. Second RBI as well. 0-2 blows the fastball by Pato at slider here. Seth Smith gives it a ride out to center field. Dean Mijos is there. He is made to catch field here in Game 3 of this Sun Belt Conference set. And Christian Ostrander making a move, and he's going to a good one. Colby Allen, the sophomore reliever out of Louisville, Mississippi, is in. As we referenced earlier, Kirtland, there is an agreed-upon drop-dead time this afternoon that this ball game is beginning to climb a little bit closer to, and I think Christian Ostrander saying, you know what, I'm going to an arm that I'm trying to hold this 5-3 lead at the moment as you look at the numbers on the season for Colby Allen.
But also throw the sharp slider that would break away from the right-hander.
This two-seamer pounded into the gap. McIntyre going to have to take it off the wall. And it's a leadoff double. Entire series of extra base hits. This ball is pounded out into left field. On is Gillespie. They're going to hold the runner at third.
Trying to see how aggressive. Yep.
Colby Allen fields his position well, but the runner goes. Tucker Stockman's throw not in time. Here, 3-0. Pitch on the way. This is hammered right field off the bat of Sam Ananachi, and that is a tie ball game. So Coastal sees the Golden Eagles respond for a crooked number.
One's effective. That's what you're seeing.
3-2. Runner goes on first move. Pitch went. They're going to call batter interference again. The pitch was called strike 3. Batter interference cuts the runner up to second base. And that's a strike him out, essentially throw him out. Way to end the top of the 6th, but not before Coastal Carolina got a couple runs on 3 hits. They've retied this ball game up 5-5.
What you want to do is stay back, stay back. And Muto did that there.
2-2 is ripped into center field. That had Sunday afternoon softball-esque on the swing. Odom pulls it back. Baseball got away from Bodine for just a brief moment.
That's a huge.
Closing the ball game for Coastal Carolina. 3-2 pitch. That center cut lifted up into foul territory. Beach is a heck of a glove at first base, and he'll make that over-the-shoulder catch from the side. Broadus pulls this off the bag. It's going to roll down the left side. Brady founced around third. He'll step on home. And the Golden Eagles respond again. That had wild pitch here, gets away from Caden Bodine.
This is
1-2, slaps it to the left side. They're coming home with it. Did they cut down Broadus? They did.
This is going to be one of those interesting potential catcher's interference calls depending on where Bodine's foot was.
As Broadus was diving in, it was a heck of a play by Ty Dooley. You see it hit right to his arm side, and he has to reach over on the back pick and then get it on the exchange immediately. Scott Chesser said he was out. So Brian Hale is explaining what can be reviewed here. Kirtland was sort of alluding to whether they could review for the obstruction call. Here's another look at it, and remember, of course, the Golden Eagles so infamously remember whether the knee of Bodine was blocking the plate without possession of the ball that allowed Gabe Broadus to be able to reach in and touch home plate. So
the path was certainly obstructed. We've heard and we've read the rule before. What's interesting is what is allowed to be reviewed. Okay, good. The conversation has been had.
I will tell you, this announcer's viewpoint, I don't think Bodine is obstructing the plate until he possesses the baseball. Gary Gilmore is out to talk with Scott Chesser as well. And so Gilmore asking the explanation of what's being reviewed. Of course, the Golden Eagles won a ball game on an obstruction call. On Lawson Odom, who was diving into home. That ended the ball game against Marshall on a Saturday. And so they are taking a review of it. That could be the only thing to me that they are reviewing is the obstruction of Caden Bodine. You be the judge at home. You make the call.
That's the best view. Unfortunately, home plate umpire is somewhat blocking the view as far as the review goes to see exactly how far Bodine could have been in the baseline prior to receiving that baseball.
So you kind of see that it looked like Broadus maybe had got his hand in, but I'm not sure that it ever made contact to the plate as he was trying to reach around that leg of Caden Bodine. Scott Chesser comes out from the review area, as well as crew chief Brian Hale. We're fixing to get the call. They're going to say he's out. Christian Ostrander is out to talk to Scott Chesser. I don't think Oz is supposed to argue the review, but that's what Brian Hale is telling Christian Ostrander. You don't want to come out here.
He's saying, I simply want to talk to you. I have a question. Can I ask you, did you see the obstruction? Did you just have him beat it?
Yeah, that's Brian Hale is saying we cannot have a discussion, and that's what Christian Ostrander is just simply wanting. By rule, these review calls, once they are made, I don't think Oz is supposed to be out there. That's what that Chanticleer dugout is arguing as well. That's Matt Schilling. It's quite animated from that Coastal Carolina dugout. Of course, there was a quick trigger on Friday night that sent Kevin Schnall out of here. Fastball here. Pratt gets underneath it. Up into shallow left field. That's Ananachi who is back. He is due up. It is Caden Bodine who hit a 2 RBI single his last trip up, and he shoots one into left field. Gillespie gets to it quickly. Bodine is held to just a single.
No, baseball rarely has that clock.
Ozzie Pratt snags the line out from Sebastian Alexander, who takes off on the pitch. Ground ball right to Gillespie. He will field it, step on the bag for the unassisted outs. 2-2. Slider and a huge strikeout for Colby Allen. He knows it too. Zach Beach put down swinging for the third out of the top half of the 7th inning. They'll stretch at Pete Taylor Park. We'll be back with more coverage, Sunbelt Conference baseball on ESPN. This ball game is complete. We gave you the official ruling with the Golden Eagles coming to the plate. There was less than 35 seconds remaining on this game clock. And this ball game is called a Golden Eagle win. Chris Kirtland 6-5, their first Sunbelt Conference sweep. It happens here at the Hall Place in Pete Taylor Park, and to be honest with you, it happens at the right time of the year. We saw 3 complete games from this Golden Eagle Ball Club over the course of this weekend. It should be noted they're probably playing their best baseball of the season at this moment.
That's a fact, Jason. This team came out and answered offensively every time that they may have given up a run in the top of an inning here at home this weekend, and played 3 of their most complete ball games. Now they're sitting in a spot with 2 conference series left where they can continue to try to make their case for the postseason. But this sweep against a really good, traditionally really good Coastal Carolina RPI team at home is really going to help their case.
Yeah, it should be noted they did sweep Marshall to open Sunbelt Conference play, but they've not had another sweep since that moment. They pick it up over this weekend of Coastal Carolina. We referenced those remaining schedules. Boy, they're going to loom large over the next couple weeks, aren't they?
That's right. It's all about playing your best baseball as you get towards the postseason, and maybe Southern Miss is doing just that.
This is May baseball in college baseball in Hattiesburg. They sweep the weekend set over Coastal Carolina. Special thanks to my color analyst, Chris Kirtland, our statistician, Marty Wyndham. How about that camera crew today, hanging it out through a lightning delay and rain delays? Our producer, director, Lee Field. I'm Jason Baker. Thank you for being a part of this production of Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN.